It's time for Orchard Skills. Shortcodes are a powerful feature to do cool stuff with little effort. You can do pretty much anything with them. With shortcodes, embedding interactive elements or creating complex page layouts is as easy as inserting a single line of code. Today on Orchard Skills, we'll be exploring shortcode. Please stay with us and we'll get started. Welcome back. So what are shortcodes? In a nutshell, shortcode equals shortcut plus code. Typically, shortcodes are square bracket tags to define how they're used. Each shortcut performs a particular function in a site. It can be as simple as formatting the content or as complex as defining the entire website's structure. Shortcodes were first made popular by an online forum software called Ultimate Bulletin Board. In 1998, they introduced BB Code, Bulletin Board Code, as a collection of easy-to-use tags for users to format their posts easily. As a lightweight markup language, BB Code works on the same principle as HTML, except it's way simpler. To get started, let's clone the basic Orchard Core CMS web application from the Orchard Skills GitHub repository. Launch your favorite browser and head over to github.com/orchardskills/orchardskills.orchardcore.cms. Go ahead and click on the green code button and open with GitHub Desktop. And then select Open GitHub Desktop.exe. And let's go ahead and hit the clone button. Okay, great. Let's launch Visual Studio. Okay, let's make sure we update the NuGet packages. So let's go to the solution here, select on that, right click, and let's select Manage NuGet Packages for Solution. Okay, make sure that we have Include Pre-Release selected, and also for the package source, select the Orchard Core Preview. Let's select the Update tab, select All Packages, and click on Update. Go ahead and click OK, and then also click I accept. Okay, great. It looks like we have our packages updated to the latest version. Currently, it's 1.00.rc2-15358. Let's run the application. Go up here and hit the green play triangle. Let's go ahead and select our site name. Will be Orchard Skills. Select the blog recipe. Let's use SQLite. And then also let's enter our credentials and hit the Finish Setup button. Okay, great. So the first thing we want to do is let's log into the dashboard. So we'll do a /admin, enter in our credentials, and click on Login. Okay, great. To Configuration, and let's go to Features, and let's search for Localization. And here you'll see that here are all the different features for localization. Click on Localization, Content Localization, and also Content Culture Picker. And we'll do a bulk operation for Enable. All these features were enabled. So the reason why we enabled localization because one of the shortcodes utilizes localization. So we wanted to show that feature. Now let's search for shortcode, and let's select both the shortcode templates and the shortcode, and then also do a bulk enable. And there we go. We have shortcodes features enabled. So now let's go to configuration, into settings, and let's go to cultures. And let's add French culture. Select French and add culture, and then hit save. So next we want to override the current template that's in the blog. So let's select templates, and we'll add a template. And here we'll call it content __ article. And for the content, we'll just go ahead and steal the one from the blog theme, which is a liquid page. We'll paste that. But at the bottom, we'll add a shape content culture picker. Okay, let's hit save. Now let's click on shortcodes. And let's go ahead and add some shortcodes. So the first one I want to do is a block quote. Click on the Add Shortcode button. And for the name of this, we'll do BK. And for the hint, adds a block quote. And for the usage, we'll do BQ equals site equals source, and quote. And for category, let's put Bootstrap, because it is a Bootstrap component. And for the content, we'll add capture output, block quote class, block quote, p class of class equals nb-0 content, and then put the footer class is block quote footer, site title is args.site, and then args.site, and our footer, and our block quote, and then we end our capture, and then we sanitize the output. And let's hit save. Okay, let's add another one. This one we'll call primary, and for the hint, we'll do selects the primary text color. And for the usage, add that. And category, let's do Bootstrap. And we'll leave default shortcode value. And for the content here, capture output. And then we'll do an if statement. If args.text does not equal nil. If so, we will do a span class text primary, args.text, end our span. Else we'll do a span class text primary, content, end our span, and our end if, do an end capture, and then do an output sanitize raw. And let's go ahead and hit save. Okay, great. Okay, let's add one more. So we'll click the add shortcode, and this one we'll do secondary. And for the hint, selects the secondary text color. And for the usage, we will do secondary text and then /secondary. Categories, let's select Bootstrap and let's leave default shortcode value empty. And for the content, it will be exactly same as the primary, but we'll just do a text.secondary. So we'll do a captured output, and then we'll do an if statement. If args.text does not equal nil, and if so, span class text secondary of args.text, otherwise else span class text secondary content, do our end if, do our end capture, and then do an output sanitize raw and hit save. All right, now let's modify our about page and utilize our shortcodes. So let's click on content items, and let's edit the about page, and let's delete all of this Epson here. Let's go ahead and do a block quote, and we'll do BQ site Steve Jobs. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Okay, let's add the primary shortcode. Let's add a secondary shortcode, just saying secondary text color. And let's a locale, so if it's English US, it'll do a English text. Otherwise, if it's a French locale, it'll do French text. And for the last thing, let's just display the about image here. And let's go ahead and save this. Go publish. Let's go to the website and click on about. And there you go. We have our block quote. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Steve Jobs. And there's our primary text color. There's our secondary text color. And then we have our English text. And then we have our image, which is 100 by 100. That's what we passed in as the parameters. And let's select French now. And scroll back down, and now we have our French text. Let's go back to English. There we go. So that's how easy it is to implement shortcodes. So let's recap. We cloned the basic Orchard Skills CMS web application from the Orchard Skills GitHub repository. We upgraded the NuGet packages to the latest dev feed. We built and ran the application. We selected the blog theme in setup. We logged into the dashboard and added the localization and shortcode features. We set up a content article template by using the blog theme article liquid page and adding the shape content culture picker. We created a blog quote, primary and secondary shortcode. We modified the about page content by adding the block quote, primary, secondary, locale, and image shortcodes. After publishing the about page, we browsed to it and seen the shortcodes rendered on the page. Now, if you missed or didn't understand something, that's okay. There's a detailed blog post that describes all the steps. There is also a GitHub repository with the complete source code. All this information is in the video description. If you like this video, please click on the thumbs up icon. Also, please subscribe and click on the bell icon to get a notification when I release the next video. Thank you for watching.